Titilola Martins, your marriage counselor, and you're welcome to your Monday Marriage Tonic. It's always feels good appearing on your screen. Okay, thank you for always tuning in. So today it's another time to get some tips for your marriage, for your home, for you to really have a successful home. I realize that it's really a challenging time now. Okay, so many things are happening. The economy is getting really tough. Things are getting really tough with so many families, with so many people out there in so many ways. Talk about the work front, career, many things, even with the children. It's really a challenging time for everybody. And I realize that, whatever we do with this time, however we handle the pressures, in fact, in my country, people will say pressure tiwa. That is to say, there's pressure. There's pressure, yes. There's pressure, actually. Okay? Now, in this time that there is pressure, whatever we do with those pressure, however we handle them, we actually determine the kind of atmosphere that we have in our homes. And that's what I want to talk about it. So I'm going to give you just some tips, what you should do, what you should try to practice at this time so that you're able to handle the pressures very well, or in a good way, so that they are not having really a negative impact on your marriage, on your family, that would have been sweet, but just because of the way pressures have been handled, situations have been handled, the pressures of this time, this challenges time, just because of the way they have been handled, things are not really working well in the family. Okay, number one, see, this is the time that you've got to be soft spoken. Seriously, even if you are not the type that is naturally soft spoken, this is the time that you should learn to be soft spoken, because everything is hard. People have the things are really hard on people. Okay, things are really hard on people. The atmosphere, the situation, the economy, I don't know, many things are really hard on people at this time. Don't add to your spouse's hardness. I mean, the hardness around your spouse, the hardness around your husband, the hardness around your wife. Don't be the one to add to it. And it starts from the way and manner, with which you speak. But that is majorly our medium of what communication. Okay, yes, please. This is the time to practice being soft spoken. Don't shout all the time. Don't scream because you feel like screaming at someone. That is not the time to. This is not the time to yell at people. Seriously, you will feel like yelling. Oh, yes, you really feel like shouting on your spouse sometimes, on your children. But hey, there is enough hardness out there, so don't add to it. Before you know it, and that's why you see that these days, when you shout on people, people that will naturally not shout on you, before you know it, they are shouting back at you. Because there is pressure tiwa. There is pressure, really. So, this is the time to practice being soft-spoken. Also, if it is the time to practice being soft-spoken, this is the time to also practice soft response. Okay, even if somebody brings it hard, look at that person for a few seconds, yes, for a few seconds, and try to answer softly. Try it. You will see that what used to cause to degenerate into a very serious argument, fight, quarrel, will just just happen in a better way. Yes, it just happen in a better way. Things will just happen better. You are able to handle situations well. Okay, even when they come in angry, your spouse come in angry, shouting, being touchy. Yes, this is the time that people are really touchy. You are not the cause of their problem, of their issues, but they want to vent it on you, even without intending to. Yes. Okay. When such comes, okay, what you should do, take a moment before you make a response, because at this time, this is the time to give soft response. You know what your soft response does is that somehow it clicks a part of the brain of that person, and they feel like, really, I'm not supposed to be doing this to this person. Yes, I've practiced it. It happens. It happens. I've practiced it with a lot of people, and so somehow that's your soft, your soft response just makes them cools down their brain. But when you bring it hot too, hot and hot, what happens? Everything becomes really, really hot, hotter than it is. Okay, yes, this is the time. Really, I'm telling you, this is the time to be soft spoken. Even if they don't bring it being, they are not soft spoken. This is the time for you to give your what a soft response. Also, this is the time also that you yourself need to create time to think things through. Really, something happened to me during the week. I was having some pressure. Yes, because I had an event that need to come. In fact, events that came up during the week, and I mean last week, and I needed to settle so many things on my head. At a point, my head was really getting full. I was becoming touchy. I just told everybody when it is time for everyone to close, I said everybody just go home. I stayed like an hour or so in my office thinking things through. By the time I was done, I was on top of my games again. Yeah. I was peaceful. I was happy. Initially, I was becoming overwhelmed, but because I had time to think things through and ask myself questions, what is really wrong? And I was also able to find out, okay, what is the cause of my feeling? What am I even feeling? What am I angry, or am I being anxious? I was able to give my feelings, their names, and be able to say, okay, if it is anxiety, this is the solution. If I'm being overwhelmed, okay, what are those things what are those weights to shed? What are those things to delegate so that I'm not overwhelmed by so many? You see, and at the end of the day, I became happy under 1 hour. It may just be just 20 minutes you need to separate, to be alone, not to waste your time on unnecessary, things. Let me say, to engage in critical thinking on the subject matter, on the issues that are really bothering you. Yes, this is the time to create time to think matters through, to think through situations. I'm telling you, you will bring solutions out of your own belly, out of your own system. Because in every problem, the solution comes from the same problem if you have time to think. This is the time to think. Before you know it, if you're not having that time to think, you become touchy. You are touchy on everybody. Even people that are supposed to give you solution, you become touchy on them. You vent your anger on them, and they are not able to give you the solution, and you are worse than you were. Seriously, everything about relationship is interwoven. When you are good to people, when you are nice to people, you get solution that God sent them to bring to your life. You get it. But when you are not, welcoming, they don't even deliver what the goodies that they have in their hands to you. So you're actually undoing yourself. So it's a time to deliberately create time to do what? To think matters through. Think about my own experience that I said I had, during the past week. This is all the time to show empathy. Show empathy to your spouse, your husband, those children. Don't say, what do you think? What problems should you people be thinking about? You don't have pressure. You think those children don't have pressures? They do. Those teenagers. If I don't even those ones, those toddlers, they have pressure. The fact that they are not having your attention the way they used to have your attention is pressuring for them. I'm telling you. So don't say you guys have problem. You don't have school fees to pay. You don't have bills to pay. So no. They have their own. So this is the time for you to show some empathy. When somebody is just trying to brainstorm with you or trying to share their problems with you, don't say I've got mine. I don't have time to listen to somebody else's own. Oh, please, 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 please. No, seriously. The beauty about that is that when they are calm, they could be the source of your own calmness too. So take, you know, calm down, calm down. So calm down, yes, calm down. This is the time to show empathy. Don't say I've got my own problem, I need somebody to hear me out. Be someone that will hear someone else out, and before you know it, what you are sowing, you are going to reap it from them. All right, so this is the time, allow people to talk about their feelings. Don't just let them bottle up their feelings, because when they bottle it up, a time is going to come that they are going to explode. There are so many people, they are angry, but they are not showing it. Such people are imploding. That explosion that's supposed to give outside, they are imploding inside. By the time they implode, and then it gets a time, the inside cannot take it, they explode. But if you allow them to talk through, there will be no need for explosion. All right, it's also the time, of course, to help your partners to cope with, the stress. What can I contribute to? And you see, some of these things that I've said, they are little things that you will contribute. Be soft spoken, give soft responses even when they are bringing it hard. Give soft, that could just be your own little contribution you will make, and before you know it, you are sending a message to them, you are sending a signal to them that is helping to calm their nerves. And when their nerves are calmed, you get the dividend, because hurting people will hurt others. When they are not hurting, they won't hurt you. And lastly, I'm going to say, this is the time to pray for one another. Couples, pray for each other. Family, as a family, pray for one another. Okay, you don't say that's his problem because she hurt you, you don't want to pray for her. No, this is the time for pray for one another. I'm going to stop it there by saying, have you prayed for your wife today? Have you prayed for your husband today? You've complained about him to several people today. He doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. Have you taken a moment to pray for him? Have you taken a moment to pray for her? Or to even talk to God about her, to talk to God about him? Take a moment every day, every time, pray. It's a time to pray for one another. It's a time to pray for one another. Please, sorry about my voice today. I really had, an hectic one last week. And I'm going to stop it there. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. God bless.